Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS22 tutorial video about cows. Here we have all kinds of cows that are available in the base game of FS22, and we have two kinds of cows in this iteration of the farm sim. So we have milk cows like before. Those are the black and white cows and those brownish cows. And then we have beef cattle. Those are the Limousin beef cattle and those are the Angus beef cattle. And they don't produce milk, they only grow and get babies and grow, and then you can sell them. They grow faster and you can earn more money from breeding with those, and from the milk cows it is not so useful to breed them and sell them, but you get milk from them. Okay. And here we have a very big barn. There are 4 different barns in the base game and a bazillion of mod barns in ModHub and on other websites. But this is all about the base game cow keeping. So here we have the biggest and most expensive barn of the base game. Here is the alley to feed them, and here they can roam around in the inside and they can go onto the meadow. And we have a feeding robot, and that only works from time to time. If we are really lucky, will be able to see it during this video, but maybe not. So for this barn, but only this barn from the base game, you put the hay and straw and silage into those places, and then you need to put mineral feed into this here, and then the daily feeding works automatically. And with the other barns you need to go yourself and feed the cows. And we will see how this works during this video. Here we see one of the cheaper cow pastures, only for some cows. And the difference between this cow pasture and the big barns with the building is, here you don't only need to give them food like TMR or hay and such, but also water. And for the water feeding you need something like that, a water tank, and you need a water source, but this is a different topic, where to get the water. And yeah, but you don't need to give them straw, and they don't produce manure or slurry. And in the big barns with the buildings, you have to give them straw but no water, and you get slurry automatically. And let's see, I think the slurry is at the other side, yeah. So there is a built-in slurry tank here where you can get your slurry, and you can build an additional slurry tank as well. And for the manure you have to build a manure head manually. So let's build a 3rd cow barn here on this farm, where we can see all the stuff that you know when you want to start with cows. I go into the build menu, which is the Shift P on the PC, and you need to press other keys on console, like going through the shop and such. Yeah, here we search for the animals and then the cows, and here you can see the different barns. The cow pasture is just a fence and 2 troughs, and it still costs 75,000 bucks, and you can have up to 15 cows. And then we have the medium-sized cow barn with the building, and for up to 45 cows, and it costs 254,000 bucks. And then the bigger one for up to 80 cows, and it costs 518,500 bucks. And yeah, this is the maximum size. It has the same size than that one, but is without a feeding robot. And this here is the same size but with feeding robot, and you need to pay 722,000 bucks. So it's quite expensive, more for the advanced gameplay or if you cheat yourself some money. So we will build this medium-sized cow barn, which is this. It has the same features as the big one, but is just smaller. And yeah, I think I'll place it somewhere here. Okay, so now it's done. And yeah, what we also need, if we want to have manure, we need a manure heap, which you can find in the buildings area with the silage. Yeah, with the silage. Silos, sorry. Silage is a different topic. We will get to this. And here is the manure heap. And it has to be placed rather close to a barn. But then, if you have 2 barns like we have now, it serves for both barns, which is very useful. So I think I'll place it over there. Just turn it, and it always only turns in 90-degree angles. That is needed because no manure should seep out of this manure heap. So this overlaps. Oh, I think I'll just go to the free placement mode and put it here. Okay. And then there is also this liquid manure tank, which is good for 500,000 liters, but we don't need this. I think this... Let's jump to the feeding robot. Yeah, there seems to be happening something. This is awesome. This robot crane takes the ingredients. Here, as you can see, this area is closed while it's working, so we can't go there. So it's putting the stuff into this automatic forage mixer. Now it opens up again, and now this forage mixer comes out. So, and we have to go out of the way, because if something is standing in its way, then it stops working. And isn't it cute? But we can go behind it. So. So. Now it's going to the end and then turning and then it's feeding. Okay, now it happens. There, here we are. I think this is really awesome and a lot of fun to watch. Okay, but we can keep on going. So now here we need some cows. And there are two possibilities. So there is one place where we can put the cows, where we can deliver the cows. This is here. But there are two ways to do this. We can either do it the classic way. So we buy transporter, we go to the animal dealer, buy the cows and come with our trailer. This is the first way, and the other one, the lazy method, is to buy them just here. We will do both. So I go to the shop and we want to have an animal transport vehicle. Here we see this. This here is the normal go-to transporter that you can use with a tractor, and you can deliver 6 cows or 13 pigs or 13 sheep with this. No horses and no chicken. And this here is the bigger one, which you need to use with the semi-track. But we will buy this one. Okay. And then, maybe, as we are already in the shop, I can show you the other stuff that you need for having cows. And this might differ if you are working on a mod map or if you are using special mods. So this is the base game info, so to say. You need forage wagon, and there is this small one for nearly 12 cubic meters. This Silo King, which we have on this farm, and I will show you how it works. And then we have the Farisin with 24 cubic meters. And if you have a pasture where you need to feed water, you need one of those water tanks. And I have this one, and we will see this how it works. And for the milk, you need to have one of those milk tanks. This is for tractors, only 8,000 liters, and this is bigger for semi-trucks, and it has 32,000 liters. And in addition to milk, you can also transport the water with this. So if you have this, you don't need one of this. But in order to transport milk, it has to be emptied of the water. So usually when you have your farm running, it's best to have both if you are working with a pasture. Okay, that are the most important machines here. And then we have a little run around the farm about useful buildings. This is a hay storage, and it's the only way in the base game to store hay and straw. But no grass and no silage can't be stored here. But in the mod world, in the world of mods, there are thousands of multi-fruit silos where you can put all this stuff for a very much cheaper price than with this base game hay storage. But this is the only possibility to store straw and hay in the base game. And here we have bunker silo to produce silage. The other possibility is to make silage bales, and as mods there are a lot of fermenter silos or other productions that produce silage. But this is the go-to base game method to produce silage from grass or from chaff that is that you get from corn. Okay, now we'll meet each other at the shop. Here we are at the shop, and I already attached this animal transporter, and now we'll have a look at the map where we can find the animal dealer. And this animal dealer is at different places on every map, obviously. And here we have Elm Creek, the base game American map. Here we are at the dealership, and there is the animal dealer. And I zoom in to show you the symbol, because with this symbol you can find it on every map. Here, this is the animal dealer symbol, and there we will go and we will meet each other again. Here we are, and we have to go to this area with the paw symbol, like so. And then if I open the help menu, you can see how to open the animal dialog. For the PC, it is the number, the key R. On consoles, you have to press different keys, but you can see which one you need. Okay, here we are at the animal dealer, and now we can see the different kind of cows. And we can also see the pigs and sheep, but we want to concentrate on the cows. And we have different prices. So we have all these cow races that you see here, the Brown Swiss, the Holstein, the Angus and the Limousin, but with different prices each. And here these cheap ones, they have the age of 0 months. So they are calves, they are little cow babies, but you can't see that they are cow babies. They look the same like the adult ones, but you don't get milk from them. They have to grow up, but as long as they are very young, they eat less than the adult ones. But if you want to have milk at once, it is best to buy the expensive ones. This medium size, medium priced cows, they are 12 months old, and the puberty is in 18 months. So you have to wait a while until you get the full amount of milk. And here you can also see the gestation period. So as soon as they are adult, 18 months, it takes them 10 months to get another cow. They get pregnant automatically, which without male cows, and each cow produces one calf after 10 months automatically. So not much is happening. Suddenly one day you have more cows in your barn, but only when you have enough place in the barn. When the barn is full, you don't get new cow babies. And yeah, here we have the adult ones, and they start producing babies and milk at once. And it's not like in reality. In reality, they first need to get babies before they start producing milk. But here they start producing milk without having a baby before. And those are the rules for the milk cows and the Angus and Limousin cows, the beef cattle. They have the same age things, so the puberty in 18 months and the gestation period in 10 months and so, but the prices differ from their ages, and you can already see it here. The baby Angus cow costs 300, and here the milk cow costs 200. And then we have a similar price with the middle-aged cows, and the adult ones, they are more expensive, but not much of a difference. But then after this 18 months, the worth increases with every month when they are totally healthy and well fed and so, and then you can sell them for a better price. And you can, even if you go for the beef cattle, you can buy them, and then first they lose money, which is normal because of selling and buying and so, but after 10 hours they have a worth that is higher than this, and you can already earn money with this every 10 hours. But this is a different topic. I made a special video about this, getting rich with beef cattle. Okay, so here we have the different types. And I think I decide for some adult cows, adult milk cows, in this case, just for this example. So I double click on this, and then I get a number here, and I can say, okay, 6 go into this transporter, so I choose 3, and then I buy them. Do you want to purchase 3 animals? Yes, I want. And then the next I do with the Holstein, another 3, and I buy them, and it's okay. And now they are standing here. Here, and they stand there without moving till I deliver them to the barn. Okay, now we go home to the farm, and let's meet there. So here we are, and we drive to the pause symbol again and press the R key like at the animal dealer, and here we have our 6 cows, and I make a double click and move to husbandry. Yes, I want. Okay, and here again. Yes. And now we drive away to give way for the feeding, and then we visit our new cows. Okay. Here they are. And you can see them munching on the grass or on this meadow, but this is just decorative. They don't feed this grass, or they don't eat it. It's just for looking nice. Only if you have a certain mod, but this is a different topic. So with certain mods there are always exceptions from the rules that I tell you here. This is all about the base game in this video. So, okay, now we have the cows, and now we need to feed them. And the best that you can give to them is the TMR, the total mixed ration. And we have mixer wagon here, this Silo King, and I open the help menu, and we can see the mixing ratio in this help menu here, and we can see it is already filled with hay, what you can see from this green color, and there is some straw inside. There is no silage yet and no mineral feed. And the next thing that I will do, I jump to the wheel loader and deliver the silage and then we will see what happens. So we just put this inside. Okay, now it's more or less full. And by the way, I took this silage from this bunker silo where I produced the silage. So, and when you go close to the mixer wagon, you can also see this mixing ratio, which is very useful. Now everything is in the green, and you can see those little tiny arrows on this stripes, and these arrows show the minimum and maximum that you can fill of this fill type into the mixing wagon. So that means from the hay you need at least like 25% and maximum 75%. So you can put a lot of hay into the mixer wagon. And from the silage, it's the same. So you need silage and you need hay. It doesn't work without. And you can put a little bit, only 25%, or a lot of it into the mixer wagon. From the straw, the minimum is at 0. So you don't need to put straw inside. And you can put like maximum 25–30% or so, and you can see at these little arrows, and so you are not allowed to put a lot of straw inside, just a little bit more than 25%. And if you don't have straw or don't want to feed them straw, you can just do it without straw. But the straw has the advantage on a normal farm. You have quite a lot of straw and it's really cheap to get, because you have the harvest and then you get the straw and you only need to collect it. And therefore it is used for the total mixed ration, because it's a cheap way to make more of this food. And then we have the mineral feed, which is new thing in FS22. In FS19 we didn't have this, and you are allowed to put this mineral feed inside, only very tiny amount, but you don't need to. So here in this Silo King you don't need to feed this mineral feed. The mineral feed can be bought in the shop, only in the shop, or produced with certain mods, but usually you buy it in the shop. And you go there to the shop area, and you don't get it here, neither in the big bags area, but only at the pallets. And they're just at the end, and yeah, it's medium expensive, like the seeds, around the same price, but it's expensive to feed with mineral feed. And by the way, here you could buy different kinds of bales, hay for example, or silage, and also straw. So if you haven't had the chance to get some grass, hay and silage from your own field, you could buy it here. But it's rather expensive to feed with this. And with the mineral feed there is one exception, because here this feeding robot, it needs mineral feed. You put this here inside in order to work. If you don't have mineral feed in this little silo here, the feeding robot stops working. So if you don't want to use mineral feed, you better mix your own total mixed ration. Okay, so now this is done. And it's already total mixed ration, but it should be mixed. So we activate this, and you don't see this mixing now, but when it's becoming more empty, you can see how it mixes. In reality, all this stuff really needs to be mixed. So now we go to the barn. And we open it up here just by clicking. And we open the other gate as well. So, and then we drive inside. And here we get the symbol that we can overload. And yeah, there is one thing only for reality gameplay, so to say. Depending on from which side you come, you want to deliver the food to the left or to the right. And here the tip side is already at the left, which is what we want. But to switch to the other side, if you want to deliver it nicely, you can switch it with a key. But here it's already okay, so we start overloading. And in reality, the mixer wagon would drive, but yeah, here in this barn, it's not needed to drive. It just delivers, and it's distributed as it should. So now here we can deliver a little bit more, a lot more. Okay, now it's empty and we can close the help menu. Okay, we have a look at how it looks here. Yeah, and the cows occasionally come to this place and feed here, eat here, but that is just decorative. So they the gameplay feeding is according to the time, and this is just that it looks nice. And what we can do now is we buy some more cows with the lazy way. We just go here, press R, and then we can buy more cows. Let's buy some Angus cows. Why not? So just 3 more. And what you can see here, I go to the Limousin cow now. There is a fee. So if you buy it in the lazy way, you have to pay a fee for each cow that you buy here. Because in the imagination, the animal dealer has to deliver the animals to you here, and he wants to see some money for it. And so if you want to buy and sell animals regularly, then it's cheaper if you have this transporter. But if you want to do it the lazy way, or if you want to buy and sell a lot of cows regularly, then it's easier to do it here. Let's buy some Limousin cows as well. Okay, because this is only the small barn. It is, or the medium size. It has 45 cows. To fill it up with this normal size transporter, you need to go there 8 times to the animal dealer. And if you want to do this every day, or every month, then you have to drive a lot back and forth. But if you like to drive a lot back and forth, or you have a bigger transporter, then it's yeah, easy and cheaper to do it with this transporter. Okay, now we have even more cows. We can see them here. And if you wonder why you, especially when you have a bigger barn and you have hundreds of cows and you can only see 25 cows, where are the other cows? Usually you can see less cows than the maximum capacity of a barn. This is needed for the performance, because if you have cow pasture for 500 cows, which is available as mods or on certain maps, then the movement of the cows, this roaming around, laying down, and so on and so forth, would cost so much performance that you couldn't play anymore. And therefore they only show a maximum amount. Usually it's 25 cows per barn, but with a small pasture it's even less. And a modder can change this maximum amount. Okay, now we feed water to the pasture cows here, because this is a different task. Here we have this water tank, and yeah, we just deliver the water. Here where we have this drop symbol, and then this water trough fills up, and they need the water to be 100% healthy. So let's check at the menu. Okay, we have the big barn, and they had everything, so they only need food and straw for the manure, but no water, and they are already here for a while. They have a health of 100%. And the new cow barn, they have a health of 0%. And they have full food. And why do they only have health of 0%? That is because they just arrived. And after being delivered to a barn, all animals always have a health of 0%. And it takes around 10 hours to get to become healthy and have 100% health. So this is normal what happened here. And because of this low health, the worth is really far down, and it increases in the next 10 hours. Maybe you can remember this. Now this Angus cow has a worth of 923 euros, and it will increase in the next hours. And the animals on the pasture, they were here already for quite a while, and they had food, but they didn't have water, and therefore their health is 0%. They too will get an increased health within 10 hours. So if they are missing something, the health keeps down or gets down. So if you forget to feed them, the health goes down to 0%. And with 0% health, they don't produce anything. So now we've fed some water, we fed total mixed ration. The other thing is, we can go back to the menu. We could give them what we did here, hay instead of total mixed ration, then we get maximum percentage of 80% productivity, or we can feed them grass and only get 40% productivity. So if you want productive cows, you give them total mixed ration, which would be best, and hay is rather good as well. And with hay, this health increasing takes longer than with total mixed ration. Okay. And I should tell you too that the feeding is sequential, as it is called. So if the cows have total mixed ration in their trough, they won't eat anything else. They only eat total mixed ration because they like it best. And so if you want to feed them with total mixed ration and you have hay in your barn, this hay is stuffing the trough and it will never be eaten. And so if you want to, here we have the hay feeding on this pasture, and if I want to switch to total mixed ration, it would best if I waited until this is empty or nearly empty, and then I put the total mixed ration inside, because only then I get the full capacity of the trough. If not, this is blocking the trough, so to say. The same with the grass. So if there is no total mixed ration, they prefer the hay, and if there is neither no total mixed ration and no hay, they eat the grass, but only then. So if you have grass, maybe you think, okay, I bought some cows and first I give them some grass and then I work on the hay and the TMR, and there is still some leftover grass here. This is blocking the trough and you shouldn't do this, because they never eat all what is here inside, only the best food. With pigs it's different, but this is a cow tutorial. Okay, now we can get some milk. And at all cow barns, wonderful, we have this symbol where an arrow shows into a bucket or so, and that is you get some stuff. And here, this is the place where you get the milk. And remember, you only get milk when you have milk cows. Except you use the extended animal system mod, yeah, I think that's the name, where you have young animals as well, and there you get milk from the beef cattle as well, but this is not the base game stuff. Okay, here we have this milk transporter, and I open the help menu, and the first point is the R for start filling. That's what I will do. And now it fills up and there is milk in the tank, and I never see the milk, so the milk stays invisible. And now I can do two different things with the milk. I can either sell it, or let's say I could do three different things. I can sell it, and here we have the price menu, and I search for the milk, and here we can see there is 1132 liters that we have in storage, and here we see the prices for the milk and different selling stations, and I can see the price fluctuations also. It differs in between the year, but the lowest price is 1100 and the highest is 1300, and they don't differ too much, so I could sell the milk at every time if I want so. Or I wait until the price is best, and then I would need to store it, and there is no milk storage in the base game. You would need to have a multi-fruit silo that is prepared for storing liquids, milk. And yeah, not all multi-fruit silos can do this. Or the third way, and the modern way, is you can bring it to a production where you can produce cheese and butter from it. But you have to buy a production, so you can usually, if you don't own the production, you can sell the stuff like the milk. And if you own the production, if you have bought it, then you can bring it and produce milk. And in Elm Creek here is the dairy, and you could bring it there and sell it, or you can buy the dairy and then you produce milk. But the production is a different topic. Okay, that's what you can do with the milk. And here we have a look at the manure heap. There we already have a little bit of manure. And if you have a manure spreader as a trailer, then you can go here and get this, or you can use it with front loader shovel or so. And you can get the slurry here, or from your slurry extension. And then there is the last question, I guess. It is about the straw. And you can bring the loose straw into the barn and just throw it inside here. This is how it works with the base game barns. In some mod barns you can put straw bales as well, and sometimes you have a different place where you need to put the straw, but here you can just put the straw where you put the food, and then it is distributed to certain areas of the barn. And if you have bales and you use a base game barn, then you have two possibilities again. The easy way is you put it in your feeding wagon and deliver it, this mixer wagon, deliver it with the mixer wagon. And then you don't need a special machine. Or, if you want to have it a little bit difficult, you can get a straw blower in the shop, which would be here in the animals area, and in the end there are two different machines, and in this machine you can put round bales, and then you put the bale inside with a front loader fork, and then you go here into the barn and blow the straw. This is a very interesting effect, and if you like to drive around and have difficult tasks, then this is perfect. But if you want to have it rather easy, it would be best to have loose straw in a loading wagon, or to have a barn that is able to take bales, or to using the mixer wagon for delivering the straw is also a method, but you have to put the straw bale inside the mixer wagon with a front loader fork if you want to use this. Okay, So that's it about the cows in Farm Sim 22. I wish you a lot of fun with your cows and a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.